Deep inside the Denkanal district of India lies the Kapilavastu temple, known as the Deva Sabha, the Assembly of Gods. To get there, you have to cross a sea of unbroken forest. There are no highways to the front door, no cable cars or shuttles. At the base of this mountain, the modern world stops, and you are forced to leave your vehicle behind. The only way forward is a vertical pathway. Exactly 1,352 irregular, hand-carved stone steps cutting straight up into the rock. This chart shows the physical demand of the ascent. The Empire State Building has 1,576 steps. Climbing to the Kapilavastu temple requires almost the same elevation gain, entirely exposed to the elements. Within minutes of starting, the soundscape of the mountain changes. Conversation drops away. The only sound left is the rhythm of human breathing and boots scraping against stone. The mountain functions as a physical filter. The path demands a level of endurance that ensures every traveler arrives with a body already taxed by the climb. During the first third of the ascent, the heart rate surges to pump oxygen to the major muscle groups carrying the body's weight upward. The environment adds to the strain. The thick Denkanal canopy blocks the wind and traps moisture. Sweat cannot evaporate efficiently, causing the climber's core body temperature to rise. This diagram illustrates the brain's response to the exertion. The prefrontal cortex powers down, while the motor cortex locks into a steady loop. As the motor loop takes over, activity in the language center drops. Speech disappears. Climbers move in shared silence. A collective atmosphere forms on the stairs. Strangers move together without words, bonded by the shared physical toll and the intense focus required to keep lifting their legs. By the midway point, the effort of the climb narrows the mind's focus to the immediate step, leaving the distractions of the world below behind. Right around the halfway mark, the architecture of the staircase shifts. The incline sharpens, forcing the climber to bend closer to the stone and shifting their center of gravity. This shift places a heavy load on the quadriceps and calves. Every step becomes an isolated squat, multiplied hundreds of times without a flat surface. The body's demand for oxygen outpaces normal breathing. Subconscious exhales turn into sharp, intentional gasps just to keep the muscles moving. By the final 300 steps, physical energy reserves are low. Forward momentum relies on the willpower to continue the vertical push. The silence on those final steps is a byproduct of the effort. The lack of speech and the intake of air mark the threshold where physical limits are actively being tested. And then, the angle breaks. You clear the final stone ledge, and the vertical incline instantly vanishes, replaced by flat, sunlit ground. Standing above the canopy, the temple complex remains hidden until the final step is cleared. Its carved stone towers stretch toward the sky. There is an immediate shift in state. The climber arrives with a racing heart and starved lungs, but the temple courtyard requires a sudden stillness. The physical exertion of 1,352 steps acts as a filter. The noise of the outside world is squeezed through the bottleneck of the climb, leaving the mind quiet and receptive for the destination. The Deva Sabha is an experience that cannot be passively consumed. It is a reward forcefully extracted through the currency of 1,352 steps.